Okay, so the original poster is asking how can we remove the dark black areas on this leaf and otherwise kind of lighten that up. Now, it is metal, and metal should have some deep reflections in it, but if the poster wants to do this, we'll go ahead and give them a down and dirty. There are a lot of different ways to do this, but we're going to go fast and down and dirty. So the first thing I'm going to do is over in the Layers panel, I'm going to create a new layer by clicking on the Create New Layer icon. And I'm going to set this layer to a blend mode of lighter color. We're doing that so that any edit that we make will only affect the dark edges. It's basically saying only let darker colors change to lighter. Don't change any lighter or similar values move. I'm going to grab a paintbrush. I've got a reasonably small size up here, about 10 pixels for this particular project. Hardness setting doesn't really matter for what we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up the color of the leaf by holding down my Option key on a Mac or Alt key on a PC. I'm just going to pick up this sort of mid-tone gold that's down here, and we're going to use that as the sort of darker edge. And I'm going to go ahead and paint this through, and you'll notice that because the layer is set to lighter color, it's only affecting the darker areas. Lighter color trumps. So if the lighter color is already down in the photo, it stays. If the lighter color is in the paintbrush, it gets put down. So as we paint over the black, the gold that we picked up is obviously the lighter color. Now I would probably leave a little bit of these black bits in here for contrast, but that's not what the original poster asked. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint them out. And you notice that I'm being really kind of loose. I don't have to be that careful with it because of that blend mode. Even out here, I'm painting, but the lighter color is white, so the gold that I painted doesn't show up. Now that's a little bit flat, so I'm going to add to this, and I'm going to go back over to my layer and just add some noise to this. I'm going to go Filter, Noise, Add Noise. Make sure you're on that layer 1, not the background. And you can see as this has already been set, you can pull this around, and you can see, oh, that's way too much noise. It's adding just kind of destroying the image. And as I bring this back, it's just going to break up that flat tonality that we had. So I'm going to, I'll settle in about right there, actually. A little bit more, about right there. We're adding some tones that if I click preview, you can see where it was. It's kind of flat. When I do this, it sort of adds a little bit of breakup to that. So that's probably a reasonable approach based on what the original poster had asked. If I'm still not quite satisfied, on layer 1, I can go ahead and drop the opacity a little bit to bring up just a little bit more dark tone. So I'll drop that down to about 88% maybe, and that to give it a little bit of contrast, and I'll let it go with that. Hope you found that helpful. Thanks.